I prefer the gentle pursuit of indoor snooker. But if you thought snooker was staid, well, you'll think twice when you read this book, Ray Reardon's book of Bedside Snooker. And Ray is with me today. Ray, do you always have ideal conditions like a table, for instance, like this?
It'd be nice, wouldn't it, if they all like this? No. On the holidays circuit where I've just come off, well, the tables go through the winter unattended, unapplied, damp, wet, unbrushed, ironed, and of course when you do play on them, they haven't been renovated or anything, so you go straight on as they are. And of course, as you're playing, a lot of children run about, which is part and parcel of the scene. And you could have a ball near the pocket and go to pot it, and suddenly a little kiddie's hand will come over and grab the ball, you know, and run off with it, you know. That's part of the holiday scene.
You must do trick shots and things at these exhibitions, do you not?
Oh, well, I remember doing one where the bottle broke with the whiskey, wasn't it? And that ran all over the table.
You wouldn't like to try it for us today, would you?
Yes, but of course, typical BBC economy. See, they haven't got a big bottle, have they? They've got one of these tiny little things, you know. I think this is one of our director's little pranks on me, actually, as Richard playing his tricks again.
What are you going to do here, then?
Well, I mean, normally this is a 26-ounce bottle. But the last time I did it, you see, it broke. So you see what they're doing to me now. They've got a little toddler of a thing now. Knocking the red, cannon onto the yellow. And knocking it off clear and leaving the bottle standing.
That's terrific. Of course, you've got the weather here today because we're indoors. You don't have to bother about wind or rain or things. Is it always like that?
The new look of the BBC, eh?
It's wonderful. Yeah. But I mean, had we been out in the courtyard, would that be new for you? Can you play snooker outdoors?
Oh, yes. I've played in a tent. Played in India in a tent. A bit difficult with all the mosquitoes and the hockeys, as they say, running about all over the place on the table. In Canada, where it rained, torrential rain, water coming through the tarpaulin.
What about it?
Circus going next door. Elephants trumpeting, cannons going off, and aerobatic display on. Oh dear, yeah. Water cascading under the table.
I think there's one
playing with an umbrella over you.
Oh my goodness! Oh. And the Welsh hillside, I think you played snooker.
What about the one I did for the Welsh? Oh my gosh! Where the table was so high on the one side, we had to have a little ladder to get up to it. You know.
What about trying another shot? Perhaps not with a whiskey bottle.
A wicker bottle.
Well, that's a famous one, I think, isn't it?
Well, it so happens I've just got it standing by as well.
Right, I'll come around and give you a hand if I
Yes, please, if you would. I'd like a hand with this one. If you could just put your hand on that and hold it nice and steady for me.
All right. Again, perhaps you'd like to tell us what you're going to try and do here, Rick.
Well, I'm going to strike each ball into the wicker bottle, like a little rat-tat-tat type of shot, you know. Starting with the first one, and the second one, third, fourth, and of course the long one to complete it.
Excellent, excellent. There's another trick, Ray, I know I've always seen on television where you put one coloured ball inside and another one comes out. How do you do that? You wouldn't like to show us, would you?
Indeed I would. We'll just remove these. Well, we put the ball in so as we know that it's in there.
Drop the white one.
The red one's in the bottle. I'm now going to set it up so as we can strike the white ball into the bottle for the white to stay in and throw the red ball out. Let's have a look at that. Hello, it's changed colour.
That's a better trick than the one you were trying. That's excellent.
I'll have to practice that one. Can I try that again?
Well, if you're pretty quick about it, Ray.
Well, I don't know about being pretty quick about it, but I haven't seen that happen before, actually.
Really? We've had a first in Pebble Mill. Actually, Ray, rather than do that, perhaps you could tell me, you're always known as a kind of dapper Ray Reardon. Have you always been interested in clothes? I mean, like in the olden days when you were sort of learning snooker, were you always very conscious of your dress?
I always played with a waistcoat, yes. I feel it's so comfortable, and without it, I wouldn't feel fully dressed.
You started down the mines. That must have been very difficult to be...
Well, I was a Bevan boy at 14. And, of course, my father was a miner, Coia in Wales, of course. And I wore white cotton industrial gloves when I worked on the mine on the coal face, which a lot of people made funny remarks to me about, actually. You know.
I can imagine.
I just didn't like the idea of getting my hands all scarred with those blue marks so distinctive of the mines, you know.
Everybody seems to be taking up snooker these days, Ray, because it's on television all the time. I'm hopeless. Let's get that straight right from the start. But could you teach me something very, very simple?
You'd like to do a trick shot?
I'd like to.
Right, here we go.
Nothing too difficult.
No.
No.
You can do this one. No, I'll set you something up which you can do. Providing you follow the instructions, eh?
What are we going to try and do here?
Well, you're going to pot the black ball in the middle pocket. And if you strike the white nice and hard at this red here, the red inside here will divert out there, the red will go away, and the black will come through and go in the middle pocket.
Now, before I attempt this...
You can do this.
Well, wait. I mean, in a second I'm going to ask you which end of this thing I hold first. That's how bad I am. Before we do this, tell me, what happens when you're giving an exhibition and you try the trick shots and they don't work? Do you get smart Alex in the audience calling out and things like that?
But that's the best part of it, isn't it, really? Because that's the only time I enjoyed when they don't work.
Really?
Of course, yeah, because I know I can do them. I've been doing them for 15 years. So when they don't work, then we have our little smart Alex, and then we have a little bit of a repartee and a bit of fun. And of course, I enjoy it then, because I know I'll do it next time in any case.
Well,
but you'll do this first
I'm not
time.
convinced that I'm going to do it. Right, so I just hit the white one.
Hit the white nice and hard.
And the black one's going to go in, is it?
And the black's going to go in the middle pocket.
Right. You realise, Ray, if this doesn't go in, I'm going to look very silly
in
front of millions of people on the television.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Hit it hard. There you are.
Oh, what? That was wonderful. How I did it, I've no idea. You helped me a lot.
Ray, hidden talent.
Thank you very much indeed.
A pleasure to be here at Pebble Mill.